Right, what's going on, y'all? So today we're gonna talk about the Ultimate versus Ultimate Pro. Basically, I recently went back to building cars only on Ultimate just because I feel like you could still make them competitive. I feel like it's still good enough to get the job done. Versus the Pro, you could still like when I go in the top 32 lobbies now, everybody on Pro. But I'm here to tell y'all like if you go here, damn, I ain't trying to do this right now. Oh, see, wrong card too. When you go to those lobbies, you see a bunch of people in the pro, and I'm here to tell y'all, bro. Like, let me see, can I join? Whatever. I ain't want to do the championship, but let's see. My pedals even on? Hold on. I ain't want to do the championship, but I want to show y'all, like, people, we still. Oh, see, boom, quick little rate down. Pro. A few ultimates. Like I want to show y'all like it's still the my pedals are on. Yeah. Oh my god, my bad. That's my bad. Yeah, that's my bad. That's my bad. I just connected up my pedals and all that. Let's go. Like the pro is still a good. It's an option, but I still believe in the ultimate. Like it's still good enough to work for what you're trying to get for competition or just for fun. Like it's still good enough to have close tandems and all of that. So I have well, not really identical. I have two E36s, one with the Ultimate and one with the Pro. This one is with the Pro. I didn't want to do this, but we'll see how I go. See how I go. Yeah, better run. I think me in the Ultimate Pro is still confident, still good. I still got the car set up decent. But me in the Ultimate, I feel like it's like the bread and butter. Like it's easier to drive. It's less more tuning involved. Like it's easier for the average person that's trying to get a good car that don't want to put all that tuning effort into it. It's just really kind of unnecessary, really. Your suspension, sorry to tell you to be the one to break the bad news to you. Your little suspension tune or whatever is not giving you that big of an edge. You get what I'm saying? Like if you're on the ultimate and I'm on ultimate, I'm pretty sure we could get the if as long as we're on the same tire, we gonna be relatively the same. Unless you bring the weight all the way down on the pro. That's the only way that the cars are gonna be a drastic difference. Like same width, same everything, but the weight is different. Kudos, you're gonna have a faster car, but I'm pretty sure I will still be able to keep up in some scenarios and still abuse some of the other sides of the game. But if it's just ultimate versus the pro around the same weight, same tire, same everything else, and you adjusted your suspension and I locked out everything. I made sure everything was just dead stock, dead stiff and everything on my setup. Pretty sure the car is going to be relatively in the same range. It's because the majority of it is the tires. So as long as we're on the same tire, it's going to be relatively the same. So I'm tired of people saying, "Oh, my car is faster this, faster that." Check their weight. Their weight is way lower. They got the widest tire. They got all of that. And it's like, bro, we're on the same tire gang. You're just as slow as me. It's just that you're lighter. It doesn't make you that much faster because I'm pretty sure if somebody's more confident in the track, has 100 point, I could do a 99.9 run, like full committed on the throttle, you're gonna have trouble keeping up with them. So, needless to say, it doesn't really give you that big of an advantage when your car is quote unquote lighter, or because you could have a lighter car but don't and not be confident in the track and still get waxed by somebody who is more confident, probably have less car than have less car than you, but they still able to get the job done. I think my ultimate pro setups are just more snappier on the transition versus my ultimate setups. Some of them, like when you really go to some of the tracks that's more hooked up, it might not transition as hard as this one with all the grip in it. So I lost majority of the points on entry, but uh, I we're gonna finish out the championship and see if we could take the top spot. We took the top spot in qualifying, but that's cool or whatever. But I wanted to go in different lobbies and really put these two cars against each other and really see what happens. They didn't really want to do it here, but I proved it with the board. You could see a bunch of pro setups creeping in. Some people on drift. I think the people that run drift, they don't know a lot about the tuning menu, and they can't really understand what I feel like. To really understand this game and be better at the game, you need to approach it from the most simplest form ever. So the drift setup gives you a little bit like entry into the tuning, try to get you to work your way. And then you go to the ultimate, now you have a lot more tuning, a lot more in depth. And then you got the pro, that's like everything that you want to do to the car. You want to change the weight balance, you want to do all these little neat little tricks. It gives you all that option. I think that's one of the biggest part with this game. Like you have the sandbox of the cars to do. The only thing you can't really tune in this one is the engine. In the new one, they have the engine to where you could really get down to the nitty gritty and really control the power band how you want it. So in this one, it's more of a sandbox setup type. You could throw all the grip at it, take away the grip, change the weight balance, and really abuse it to how you think the car should feel. But I try to make the cars as close as to how I want it. Like, would it be closer to real life or just as close as possible to what's relatable in real life? I want the car to drive in. I want the car that will have less side bite or more forward bite and all of that. I know in real life it might be a little more different. Like the chassis itself might not have as much side bite as another car, and the overhang when we hit the wall and all of that might play a different factor. But I think you could really get an understanding of what the little changes do, the little accurate changes, a little more, let's say, toe in, toe out with the rear, and see how that affect the car, and sway bars, how you could use them to benefit you, how they could be a great addition to your setup, running a stiffer sway bar in the front versus the rear or the other way around. I think a lot of that could still like give you an edge if you understand it. So people who run the drift setup, I understand. Like you probably don't know as much to get the car to do what you want. What's going on here, bro? Okay, I'm waiting. Normally they just give me the win, but apparently not. This is wasting valuable time on my video. It's not doing anything. What are we doing here? Moving the wheels. Nothing happening. Okay, you wasting my time, bro. I ain't got time. Oh, now you wanna. I'll see if I can do a full throttle run, but I failed it already. right out there. All right, so we made it to the finals, I think. We made it to the finals. Let's see how it ends. Come on. But yeah, with the new game, the DR2, you could control the you. Well, you can't go as wide. Like you can't fit it. I don't think they unlocked it to where you could put a 315 on any car. Really, I think every car is only widest you could go in the rear is 295s, which I think is fair. I think some cars you can't even fit a 295 on it. Like you can't fit a 315 on some cars, but in drifting you could modify the fenders, change the track width of the car and control that too to gain a little more width. But if we all on the same tire, there's different ways you could control the tire to get the best out of it for your chassis. So that's why I think Ultimate versus Ultimate Pro, if you take the weight out of the equation, they're relative. You could still drive a ultimate setup. You don't really need to go to the pro. Like it's cool you could control the weight and all of that. But if you don't know much about tuning, don't be afraid to just run the ultimate. You're not missing anything really. Like learn it. I do encourage you to try to learn the pro and try to understand it to gain the most out of it, but really and truly, you still, to this day, after how many cars I built in this game, how many cars I rebuilt, adjusted them, changed them, did all that I could, and still go back and find a little change here that feels a little better. At the end of the day, the more confident you're in the car, the better you're gonna drive. Like that's how it's gonna always be. The more confident you're in the car, like you're not scared of when you throw it backwards at 100 or something. You're not scared that it's just gonna wash out. You know it's gonna stick and you know it's gonna hook and you're just gonna drive right through the corner and get the win. So the more confident you are in the car, most likely, you don't have to have the most optimized setup to actually get the win. I think it was fun. It was real. But let's see what kind of chase you could get. Oh my god. I hate when they do that. Like they want you to make a mistake so they could get the win. Like, bro, drive the car. Oh my god. It's all good. Sorry to tell you, sir. You tried your hardest. Ah, leadership. Whatever. Well, back to what I was saying. Let's get in the ultimate setup real quick and let's find a room and try it out. See how? Oh, Beaker Nikki. Perfect. High speed. Tons of different cars when it comes to Beaker Nikki. Like you would find somebody that's running the much as much horsepower as possible, and they have a fast gripped up car. But I'm very confident. Oh, the perfect guy to go against. This guy is very consistent. Oh, my bad. I definitely messed that up. I just probably threw it away, but that's my fault. I went too far over. There we go. Oh my god, what's going on? I probably got so used to the damn Ultimate Pro. Wait, hold on, let me catch my bearings real quick. Transitions and everything, just I might need to chase somebody to get my bearings real quick. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, I don't know. Did I change something on this car? Alright, this is. Alright, let's try it again. Did he leave? No, he didn't leave. He's still here. There we go. I painted this little outer layer on that paint right there. I did that. Alright, let's see. These guys in here are practicing for a comp, so I'm pretty sure a lot of them are on Ultimate Pro setups. Ultimate still could keep up, bro. Let's see if me and him could get a. Oh, the guy tower. Ah, my bad. I try to control the surge there, but it's a little bit. I just went a little too hard on the surge. Ooh. It was good until I kind of sank it into the wall. But let's see how the Ultimate Pro does against the same Mustang. There. So this was the Ultimate. The car kept up. It was good. See how easier it is to drive this car. I think I'm just used to this because I did that championship. But let's see when he pull up if we could get a good run. Oh my god. I was definitely I didn't expect it to go that much sideways on that one. Let's see if we get a run with him. I don't know if he made a correction or he slowed down, and I kind of misjudged how much my closing distance was. I'll take a solo run, bro. I've been. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I kind of slowed down because I didn't want to just drive into it and crash into him. I didn't want to let that be my reputation in here. So I gave him the gap, gave him the room to establish the gap because I didn't want to be that guy. Just crash into everybody on the last corner. Made a little correction there. Like in this scenario, he got the advantage. But the car is still like within range, you know what I'm saying? Because as long as we on the same tire, I don't care how wider his tire is to mine. I don't care about none of that shit. As long as we on the same tire, the car is gonna be relatively close. On the run up, I will say it's harder to like gauge because some people got, even Psycho, my friend Psycho, he got a E46, got a crazy ass run up on Riga. So that boy jumping it. Oh, whoa. Oh, my pedal shut off. My pedal shut off mid run. I was wondering why it just lost drive. So no. I just lost drive on that one. Reset the pedals. Let's see. I don't know what's to everybody running positive camera in the front. It's kind of weirded me out. I've seen more cars running positive camera in the front. I know on the wheel it gives you more feedback, like you're running less camber. took forever to light off. I ain't gonna lie. I was waiting for him. That I almost missed that clipping point just because the card, like this setup, the ultimate setups, I can't get it to snap like how the ultimate pro does. Because on the ultimate pros I run about 50-50 on the weight distribution, and you know on the ultimate you can't really control that. You have to get like a back-to-back run somebody else. I gave him enough time to light off. He just didn't light off. Ultimate is still good, bro. You still could get away with it. You don't need to kill yourself to try to figure out how to tune our ultimate pro, bro. The major advantage to the pro is the weight you could change. When you try to make that entry with no e-brake is very on the edge. Like, let's see if we can get another run. I painted this line, bro. I'm telling y'all. Sometimes I like to be on the wall. Sometimes I prefer to be like just on the line. Ooh, that was interesting. But you get it though. Whether the pro or the ultimate, we could keep up with majority of the cars, regardless of what they did, whether it be on wider tires or not. Like, I will say is the driving style for both of them is too different though. Like, I could be more precise with the ultimate, but the pro is just like, it's more forgiving. Like I could make more mistakes with the pro. That was a good run. That's a good run for sure. Man, I chase anything. Your worst run to your best run of the day, I could chase it. That was a good run. That was definitely a good run. Yeah, I don't know, bro. His car is a little too slow for me. Not gonna lie. Bye bye. Damn, didn't get out there. Oh, gotta finish it off. We gotta finish it off. That was good. Even though he hit me, I was pulling away from him, which is understandable. Like when you pulling away from him, it's understandable why, Like a little bit of overdriving never hurt nobody. Yeah. I did not hit him. He made that independently. That was good. Let's see if I can chase him. I think I might have pushed him off. Okay. Ultimate versus Ultimate Pro. Virtually still good enough to use. You don't really need to kill yourself to figure out how to tune this one. I think this one was heavier too. This one was 13, 56, 50, 50. That's why it's so snappy on the transition. The gearing is virtually the same. I have this one, the max torque lower, so it made less horsepower. And it's on a 295, 295. And I had less tire pressure. I had less in the other one. When we look at the other setup like this one is more on tilt a little bit. So we can't change the weight, but the weight is, let's see if we go back. The weight is around 1241. 1241, we make about, that's the gear setup, virtually close. Though if we have the max torque a little earlier, and we have the 295, 75 in the front weight, and we have less on the tire pressure, like 70. And I think they both had 40 sidewall. Not sure. We could check that, but virtually the same tune, just the Ultimate Pro versus the Ultimate. So the Ultimate Pro, it had more weight and it was still able to keep up, and the Ultimate still had less weight and still was able to keep up. So I think as long as we all on the same tire, let me see yeah, it's on the 40 profile on this one. I think as long as we all on the same tire, you could still work with the Ultimate. You don't really need to figure out the Ultimate Pro. So that's all I got for this video. Hopefully y'all liked it, and hopefully the information was helpful. Peace.